Welcome, my name is Andrés Fabián Albuja Batallas. I am DBA student of Pontificia Universidad Católica del Perú, Centrum Graduate Business School, and Maastricht School of Management of the Netherlands. Well, now I am going to talk about quantitative research methods, the assignment Think Quantitatively, and the professor Khaled Guava, PhD, and the submission date is May the 14th, 2017. Well, the assignment. You are kindly requested in your design to mention problem definition, big research question. Well, the big research question is: Global Competitiveness Index of countries is a result of two main critical variables: business confidence and PPP, public-private partnerships. So, global competitiveness is the dependent variable. Why? Some theory about Covey on the thing of trust, confidence, and how it affects measurable outcomes like speed and cost. You can read about it. There is no widely accepted definition of what a public-private partnership means. In general, a public-private partnership refers to an agreement between the public sector and the private sector in which part of the services or tasks that are the responsibility of the public sector is provided by the private sector under a clear agreement of shared objectives. It's the definition of the World Bank Group, 2016. Well, another definitions about, for example, PPP, public-private partnerships, and so on. And definitions about Global Competitiveness Index. It is contained on Global Competitiveness Report each year, and its source is the World Economic Forum. What are the business issues you have noticed to trigger the start of the research? 12 pillars of Global Competitiveness Index. Each pillar has variables, X variables, or independent variables. For example, on the 12 pillars we have institutions, infrastructure, macroeconomic stability, health, and primary education as basic requirements. As efficiency enhancers, we have higher education and training, goods and markets efficiency, labor market efficiency, financial market sophistication, technological readiness, market size, and innovation and sophistication factors, business sophistication and innovation. Okay, the survey questionnaire connected to these 12 pillars is designed to capture a broad range of factors affecting an economy's business climate that are critical determinants of sustained economic growth. Another question: did you talk with SMEs? Who, profile, why, them, and what did you ask? Yes, small and medium enterprises. Who? Business, confidence, and PPP variables of the interviewee group of GCI index, of Global Competitiveness Index. Well, and mainly we focus on first pillar and second pillar, intellectual property protection, for example, ethical behavior of firms, investor protection. Those are related to business confidence. And second pillar, infrastructure, also related with PPP variable, public-private partnerships. Profile, SMEs of that represent 99% of all business, for example, in the European Union. And well, a great part of business in the US, for example, and other countries. The definition of SME is important for access to finance, and European Union support programs targeted specifically at these enterprises. Well, we have some factors that are related to SMEs. For example, staff headcount, turnover, and balance sheet total. We have those variables for small and medium enterprises. We have, for example, 10 million euros and for 43 million euros of small and medium-sized enterprises, each one, on balance sheet total. Well, what did you ask? Are public-private partnerships and business confidence, both of them, critical variables for global competitiveness index of countries? Well, it's important to mention as well the structural equation modeling. Commonly, it is justified in the social sciences because its ability to input relationships between unobserved constructs as latent variables from observable variables. To provide a simple example, the concept of human intelligence cannot be measured directly as one could measure height or weight. Okay, and so we can use SEM, structural equation modeling. What did you read? Well, we have a lot of literature, but problem definition, big research questions. The global competitiveness of countries is based on 12 pillars defined by the World Economic Forum. The research will analyze the competitiveness of countries with a maximum level of abstraction as an influential variable in two fundamental factors. The first one, business confidence, and the second one, public-private partnerships. At present, the global competitiveness of the countries with a focus on direct impact on just two critical variables is not addressed. For example, business confidence and the complementary role of synergies between state and companies, or PPP, public-private partnerships. A case study of BRICS, of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa will be carried on. International economics, the acronym BRICS is used to refer to Brazil, Russia, and India, China, and South Africa together. Well, the research objective focuses on the global competitiveness of countries as a key factor of business confidence on PPP. The significance of the research, well, the general research question, how do business confidence and PPP influences the result of global competitiveness? Well, we have a specific research questions, and so on, hypotheses, and so on. Business confidence and PPP are positively correlated with the global competitiveness of countries, the hypothesis, and so on. The nature of the research, well, we have that it is qualitative and quantitative, it's mixed. Descriptive and explanatory in scope and non-experimental, longitudinal design. Well, for example, now we are going to mention what are the theories and models you will base your argument throughout your research. Well, it is based on journals, papers, and models, for example, of the World Economic Forum, the World Bank, for example, the World Bank with PPP, public-private partnerships, and the World Economic Forum for the Global Competitiveness Index, for example, on business confidence of and other sources. Well, we have the model of Global Competitiveness Index with social sustainability, environmental sustainability. And we have public-private partnerships with the model. For example, well, we have the right projects, the strong PPP, public-private partnerships frameworks, and the private sector comfort as infrastructure investment from PPP. So we have the World Bank with this model as the source. And well, the objectives of the country PPP readiness, the diagnostic. We have baseline, action plan, implementation, PPP program. Are you going to use to be a theory user or theory creator or modifier? Well, theory user and theory modifier, because it already exists theory of GCI, business confidence, and PPP. Probably I will modify existing theories using alpha beta method of Figure R 2012 with a maximum level of abstraction. I'm trying to find out the critical variables of business competitiveness, and well, with abstraction it could be for example, PPP and business confidence, two main variables. Well, first pillar on basic requirements of GCI, Global Competitiveness Index, we have property rights, intellectual property protection, and well, ethical behavior of firms, investor protection, and so on. So it is related with business confidence. I will make a summary of business confidence with those variables, and public-private partnerships as well with the second pillar. It's important to mention that we have 12 pillars of GCI, Global Competitiveness Index, each pillar with more than 10 variables. So I will construct just a new model of 2 or probably 3 variables, and that's it. I'm going to make a very simple model of global competitiveness because I'm trying to find out which variables are the most important for Global Competitiveness Index. Well, mentioned the important research assumptions. Well, we have assumptions of open economies, MindQ 2007. What will your researcher tackle or not tackle? Well, a case study of the BRICS countries will be carried out, and so on. I mean, I will try to make it quickly because I have just 2 more minutes to finish my presentation. Well, we have the hypothesis. I already mentioned it. Well, it's important. Propose alpha for all hypotheses. 5% because it is suggested for procedure. Alpha is set at smaller levels. Power decreases. So typically it's 5%. The impact samples on size and power. Well, we have to take care of statistical significance and power because we have type 1 error and type 2 error. What else? Nature of the research, well, I already mentioned. Stages 1 to 3 about Hairbook is already done. But stages 4 to 6, model must be validated with SPSS, probably multiple regression analysis is the best one. Yeah, there we have the 6 stages. Types of multiple techniques. Well, we have, for example, the most indicated method is multiple regression. In this case, a single metric dependent variable is predicted by several metric independent variables. Explanatory factor analysis. Well, we have analysis of the residuals with 5 conditions and so on. And well, finally, I will show that the conclusions. For example, we have the alpha beta method with another variables and how we can find out the for example, logistic regression between those variables. So we accept or not the hypothesis, the countries, 185 countries, and well, the conclusions. Quantitative research is the systematic empirical investigation of observable phenomena via statistical, mathematical, or computational techniques. Well, the research proposal has strengths on its quantitative research methods and its statistics approach. It could also be improved on its framework with journals of global competitiveness, business, and so on. Thank you very much.